thanks for joining me. I want to do a quick video just as a follow-up to the video that I just did the other day about using SVGs to create embroidery files. And I'm going to show you guys how to do applique files specifically with an SVG, okay? So I'm going to just use File, Open, and I'm going to open this same little SVG 005, which is the buck head that I bought on Etsy. So I'm going to click open. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to resize it right now for me. The tallest I can have it for mine is 3.9. I have a 4x4 hoop. So, okay. So there's our guy, and then we're going to double check the colors. There should only be 2. And now with SewArt, to get the best outcome on almost everything, you need to go in and use the SewArt colors. So I'm going to flood it with red and flood the background with white. Okay. That's just helps all the colors get pixelated in and kind of redefines it with the colors that the program uses. Okay. So from here, we're going to go straight to Stitch Image. Okay, and it says the stitch list for this was previous saved. Do you want to reload it? No, because we're doing something different this time. Okay, instead of filling it, we're going to come over here to Applique Border. We can't choose Applique Center Line because there's no specific line for it to follow. I'll show you what happens. It goes crazy because there's no line. So we're going to choose Applique Border. And we're going to choose satin. You can do just a running stitch. You can do a bean stitch. You can do blanket 1 and blanket 2. Blanket 1 is where the prongs of that blanket stitch go inward, and blanket 2 is where they go outward, or it could be backwards. But you'll know whenever you're checking it out. Most people want to do a satin stitch, so that's what we're going to do, a satin or bean stitch. The satin in SewArt is not really the best right now, especially with something as detailed as this. So just take this with a grain of salt. Whenever you want to do applique, do it with, chunkier, bigger pieces, or choose the bean stitch or something different as an edging, or a really tiny edging. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to choose a height of 25. And if you have SewWhatPro, you can go in and specifically edit the nodes, I believe they're called, and make it much more better looking. So we're going to go ahead and click right here. Okay, and that's going to put it all the way around everything. And it's only going to show one piece, but it is going to give you 3 steps. Okay, so from here, we're going to click File, Save As. And we don't need to save the image file. We're going to save the SVG, but we're going to save it on the desktop for now. And let's do buck satin applique. Oops. All right. Then I'm going to click Save. Okay. So it says it's successfully saved. Now, the ultimate thing to do would be to go ahead and sew this out, but I'm just going to open SewWhatPro. And we're going to double check that it's going to give us 3 things. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about the satin stitch as best as I can with SewWhatPro. But let's see. There we go. Click open. And there is our applique file. So it gives us the first line right here. This is the die line. It's going to tell you where to place your fabric. The second is going to be your tack down stitch. You're going to place your fabric and then it's going to tack it down. Once this is tacked down, you're going to cut the excess fabric off completely, and then it's going to do your satin stitch. Now it looks kind of cool, but you can see where there's gaps and it's going to be kind of jumbled at the end. So I'm not very versed at SewWhatPro just yet, but I know that you can fix that stuff in SewWhatPro, or in SewWhatPro. Alrighty, so I just kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of how to create an applique using an SVG cut file using SewArt and viewing it on SewWhatPro. Alrighty, see you guys later. Bye-bye.